All right, guys, we're heading down to the city council meeting here in Spring Valley. Once again, this isn't super exciting and sexy as a lot of other stuff that you will see from even my channel and others, but this is some of the most important stuff. I strongly recommend, strongly urge you, strongly admonish you that it would behoove you to get involved in your local city council, to get involved in local council meetings, to show up, to record, to stream, to comment, to talk, to ask questions where necessary and when needed. And you never know what you're going to capture in a city council meeting. So, and just a reminder, if you don't hear me say the Pledge of Allegiance, I do not say the Pledge of Allegiance. I haven't for many years on philosophical grounds. So, here we go. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. You're going to be famous.
I am again.
I'm clipping out part of your our conversation when I asked from the day after the Kirk event.
Yep.
Because people have said, "Man, she's really articulate. We'd like what she had to say." So, you should try being the person that does it all the time.
Yeah. I'm used to seeing and hearing it though.
No, you don't.
Really?
No.
See, you caught me so off guard though.
You were phenomenal.
I would be horrible at it. I was like, I am not a on the spot person.
That's why I do it. That's why I do the man on the street stuff. Is I don't want rehearsed people. I get rehearsed people when I have them on for my shows, like when I do Libertarian Lowdown or PC and Friends Monday Night Meetings or other shows. That's where I get all the rehearsed. I don't want rehearsed. I want I want real.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a lot of people who were like, "Oh, she was really articulate, and really good." So I'm going through and I'm not altering it, but I'm clipping it out into shorts.
Yeah.
So yours is one of the next ones this week. So
Congrats for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I call the November 10th City Council meeting to order. All council members are present. Move on to approving the agenda. Second. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Moving on to the consent agenda, which includes the minutes from the October 13th City Council meeting, November preliminary and October final accounts payable, Christmas on Historic Broadway street closure, which would be Broadway from Jefferson to Main on December 13th from 1 to 7 p.m. and Broadway from High Street to Park Street from 7 p.m. on December 12th, 7 p.m. on the 12th to noon on December 14th.
Make a motion to approve consent agenda.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I have a question. Is there anyone here that's part of Christmas on Broadway? Did we talk with any of the businesses that could be affected by the Broadway closure?
We
Like
haven't.
Big Box or anybody? There was just a concern from them.
Yeah, we haven't in the past just because the Saturday it's at 1 o'clock.
Okay, and they're
You
usually
know,
closed by
And
then.
then we usually, keep one side of the street open so that people can still park there, and then we try to weed it out closer to the actual parade.
Great.
And that's just the one side that we closed down for the parade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to sound negative, I hope there's not snow for the sledding hill, but.
Please don't.
In the event there is.
Last
If
year was
they're
pretty bad.
in or without, so.
Are you, the
Yeah.
last few years have been great.
Yeah,
Are you, requiring helmets for the children?
yes, yep.
Thank you. All right, so we've got a motion and second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. All same sign. Motion passes.
Right next to it.
Move on, we'll say the visitors for a moment here. Drew has another meeting yet to be at, so he's joining by
So right
phone.
in front of my.
So moving on to the downtown feasibility report.
Go ahead, Drew.
Awesome. Council, Mr. Mayor, thank you for, having me here tonight, and especially for being flexible with my conflicts this evening, so thanks for letting me join in via phone. I'll start with, the downtown feasibility report, and then, I don't know if I have a place on the agenda for a project update for Tracy Road, but I'll probably end with that, if that is okay.
Yes, you have the next item as well, so you can move right into that if you'd like.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so, in your packets, I provided a handful of things, one being a cover letter that, summarizes really our effort and, where we're at and the next steps. So as stated, we finished the feasibility report, that report should have been found within your packets. And really what that report allows us to do is to dive into the project, a little bit below that surface level, look into some of those details, try to really fine tune the scope, and then in turn fine tune, the project costs. With that, I think we were able to confirm, that our previous estimate was in line with where we think this project will end up. During that process, Public Works staff brought a couple of other issues forward to us directly adjacent to the project. That being a catch basin and some sidewalk up on Jefferson, and then a catch basin and some sidewalk near the bowling alley as well. Both that are seeing some deterioration and some settlement issues. So we built that into the feasibility report. The project costs kind of, all fell in line. I think we were conservative enough initially, where we're right back to about right where that grant application dollar amount is with those additional items. The other piece that we look into during the feasibility report, is phasing. Once again, just below that surface level, but, we've had some conversations with staff and with, property owners downtown, and through those, we can just talk through that construction process, what to expect, and we'll build this out more robust within the plans and specs, but in general, due to the one-way nature of downtown, we'll really need to phase this project, with some mindfulness. I envision it being more of an east and west phasing, still might be block by block, but that would allow us to push traffic over to one side while contractors reconstructing the other. Still trying to facilitate parking where possible, and minimizing impact. So in general, I think that's going to be possible. And then the other question mark, that we previously talked about was how fast can a contractor get this done? I think if phased appropriately, and weather dependent, I'm confident a contractor can get this work done, all 10 corners and the sidewalk extension, to Willow Park prior to Ag Days. We will, as we get into design, we'll work with you guys and staff, on picking priorities. And my understanding is probably that Portland intersection, is a priority to make sure there's, that is done prior to the first Wednesdays on Broadway, and then maybe we work to the north or south and just work through those key dates and key events you guys have downtown. And I think all those conversations will be, be had as we get a design, but initially I'm pretty confident we're gonna be able to accomplish all of those. So, any questions, I guess, related to scope and timing?
I don't think so, Drew. This is Brent. You, in the city
maintenance said that there possibly is some sewer stuff that possibly gets added into this project, is that correct, or from what I saw?
Yeah, yep, so at the Cortland, intersection, we had some of this built into that initial grant application, knowing we have some old infrastructure. And there's I guess, it's laid out in the report a little bit, but it's more or less a blind connection to your sanitary sewer, at that Cortland intersection. Our plan that we have laid out, preliminarily in this report would be to correct that, with a structured. Right now, it's actually a blind connection with the clean out, and we're able to look down it, and, Chad's guys have been able to, take picture and video of active INI entering your system at that connection point. So that, solving that one issue, makes sense in this case. It's a constant battle system-wide, is trying to minimize the amount of water entering your system. This happens to be a spot where we can visually see it from the surface, and we'll be able to correct that.
Any other questions for Drew? On this topic?
Okay. If there, or go ahead.
Do you-
If there are, or go ahead.
Do you need a motion, to proceed to the next step?
Yeah, so I guess there's a couple things, 3 items on here as attachments to this would be, a motion, passing the resolution, just accepting this report. And actually one thing I should touch on is, typically with projects, the city has an assessment policy that we follow. So this resolution will sound familiar, but will be slightly different. But because this project is an entire city block, it would be defined as a repair versus a reconstruction. So therefore, it would not be assessed to adjacent property owners. And those assessments are what really drives the formality of all of these resolutions and hearings. So with this project, there would be, I guess, less resolutions and hearings. So, that being said, this resolution is similar. It would be just to accept the report and authorize us to move forward with plans and specs. No need to set an improvement here.
So is, there a motion for resolution 2025-32? Resolution accepting feasibility report and authorize the preparation of the bidding documents for the 2026 active transportation improvement project.
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution 2025-32.
Second.
A motion and a second, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Do you have a date in mind for that, next step, or is that something you'll work with Deb on?
As far as starting design,
Yeah, well, there's,
tomorrow.
tomorrow? Okay.
We'll dive right in. I guess next steps for the project, and then I'll ask you for a couple more motions here, but, next steps would be us diving into final design. We'll work with staff, local contractors to plan for that phasing. And the goal would be to bid this project, in January or February, to allow for contracts to go through and a contract to start in May.
All right, you wanna, discuss the Tracer Road Improvement Project? The big. Oh,
Sorry.
no, no.
I'll make a motion to pass the professional service agreement with Bolton and Young.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
One more.
so is there a motion for the cooperative agreements between the Fillmore County and City of Spring Valley for the design and construction of County One East Main Street within the city limits of Spring Valley?
So moved. Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. I think that's the last one. If you want to move on to the Tracy Road improvement payout.
Thank you for bearing with me. So this application is everything through, end of October. Has, concrete works and paving. Everyone does not have the paving, I'm gonna apologize, through the end of October. We've reviewed it for accuracy. I'll recommend approval. Before you do that, I'll give you a project update. They paved the main line of Tracy Road last week. They plan to do the side street connections tomorrow, and this has changed since I last talked with you, Deb, just a few hours ago, so sorry about that. So doing those side street connections tomorrow, and then Wednesday, there will be a planned shutdown of Section Avenue again. Sorry that it's, such impactful, but I think it allows for the contractor to get the work done safely. That planned shutdown, has been communicated with city staff, township, and schools. The shutdown is planned for 8:30, so allow for drop off, in the morning buses to do, get into Kingston schools and depart. And then that intersection will be closed. The full detour that everyone, became accustomed to early this season, will be back in place just for the day. Hewlett is gonna try to pave that entire intersection, as many, all the lifts, top to bottom, from 8:30 until dark. At that time, when work's completed, the detour will then be removed and will be open to traffic once again. So we provided an update to the schools. They're gonna share that with their parents. I'd like to thank Fillmore County. They were able to, very short notice, provide some message boards today. And then the township was willing, I guess, allowing us to route that detour. So, kind of a team effort here today to make this thing happen as Mother Nature decides to shut the door on us, shortly.
Drew, what about the private residences that have driveways affected? Is that stuff gonna get done yet this year?
Yes, concrete will be done this year, through those driveways, and then they're going to, work on sidewalks, prioritizing the south side, until Mother Nature, decides we can no longer, place concrete. But yes, all the driveways that district will be put back, this year.
Do we have a timeline at all for those driveway replacements or completions?
Yeah, Legends plans to be back Wednesday, to fill in those gaps. I think it's, probably 1 or 2 days of work to fill in all those driveway gaps. And then they'll continue on sidewalks, as the weather allows.
Any other questions? All right, is there a motion to approve the Tracy Road improvement project payout number 5?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. Motion second, any further discussion?
Do we have anything in place as far as if the work isn't completed, especially with driveway accesses? For consequences or fines or anything like that?
Yeah, so there are liquidated damages built into the contract. Our intent was for these guys to push as hard as they can, and then after the dust has settled, I'll come back and discuss with staff, and then bring it to council on
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you, Drew, and thank you for all the work that you're putting into Tracy Road. It's been a challenge.
Hey, Drew,
Well, thank you everybody for your patience. It's, quite the project, but I think we're gonna be, as a community, happy when this thing's wrapped up and much safer road up there.
Drew, I got one question for you, non-related to
Yes,
that.
sir.
Did you ever figure out, like, between JJVK and Shelley, what you were gonna charge for the engineering bill? Do you have it? Okay. Is it going to SPPA? Okay.
Anything else? Thanks again, Drew. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Thanks.
All right, so we'll go back to the visitor section. Everyone signed up? All right.
You feeling okay, Ted?
Wow. I mean, I could fill a few minutes, but I'm just gonna say again, thank you for moving it to 6:30. I barely squeaked in the way it was tonight, so. Justin's still thinking, I don't like this at all.
As long as all you do is squeak.
Yeah.
So moving on to item number 8, the tourism board appointment. Unfortunately, Jen Slifka had to step down because of just a busy life and not being able to commit time to it. So I did connect with Sarah Cohn and asked her if she was interested, if she's involved with the SVBA, and in hopes to still have someone from the SVBA represented on that board. She is willing to do that if the council is willing to approve that.
I'll make a motion to approve Sarah Coleman to the tourism board.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Just wanna say thank you, Sarah, for being willing to do that. We appreciate you very much.
Does that mean she's officially doing all the tours though? So like she's.
I didn't tell her what she was gonna be doing, but yeah.
Just kind of
You
slipped
get-
that one right in there, so.
All the in-home tours around town for all the old houses just show up.
All right, so all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion is approved. Thank you, Sarah, for your interest. Moving on to item number 9, the Countryside Acres lot prices. Chris, you wanna talk about that a little?
And although I think everybody here was in the meeting, so, just looking, for the lots that are not sold, along Countryside Acres, looking for a listing price so that we can get those listed on lowest, location 1. I think everyone's familiar with that service. Basically, we put those lots out there to be findable in Spring Valley for development. I believe we're asking for $28,000 or $26,000 on the 0.21 acre lots, of which there are 8 remaining, and the corner lot is 0.23 acres at $28,000 as a listing price, so.
Any questions about that? And thank you for suggesting that meeting. It was a good meeting.
Yeah, that was nice.
Are we coming on the development?
I just got a couple questions to answer, but otherwise we're ready to go. I just have to get a review from them, so.
Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve the Countryside Acre lot prices.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. And item number 10, the Delta Vision benefit.
Delta Dental has added the vision benefit option for those who've had Delta Dental. The one that I marked, the one, the Delta Vision, 200 bed, probably apply to annual cost to the city if everybody's on Delta Dental now, it's $730 for the year.
And they do have to be part of the council, they have to be members of.
Yep,
You need at least 2.
we have to have two.
Then
You have to have two people, okay. Well, I'll make a motion
I'll second it.
for the Delta Vision benefit.
Motion and a second, any further discussion?
I think the fact that that they actually ended up with a little more insurance costs this year, out of their wages anyway, is, that's kind of a nice little addition to it for very little cost on our part of the store. I think that's good.
Our staff don't get a lot of perks, so whatever we can do, it's like, doesn't stick around.
All right, so a motion and a second, no further discussion, is there, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Move on to reports, Public Works, is a written report, you have anything to add?
I don't know if I took it yet, he just said the parking report summarizes what they've been busy doing, getting ready for winter.
Yeah, I got John's report for us. Community center's running smoothly. They're busy every day with all the weekly users, the exercise class, card players, Suncat, Taekwondo, Kiwanis, and Kingsland Drama Team. As far as recreation, the youth basketball program starts on Wednesday the 10th. Actually, it should be Wednesday the 12th. And they start hosting home games on December 6th. Our volunteers for this year, 6th grade boys, Dylan Osterhus, 5th grade boys, Thomas Lentz. 4th grade boys is open, so if anybody's interested in coaching 4th grade boys basketball, talk to John. 6th grade girls is Lisa Kimball and Larissa Wolfgren. 5th grade girls is Paisley Baker and Greg Bernard, and our 4th grade girls are coached by Tim Howard. And there's also some of the students in the basketball program that are helping at all levels, so that's great. We had our first Park and Rec Committee meeting last Wednesday. Very good meeting, a lot of good ideas came out and objectives and goals that people on the committee had. Ashley Flanton was nominated to be our chair and she graciously accepted that, and Jenny Toulouse is the secretary. We're gonna meet first Wednesday of every month at 6 p.m. in the community center, so anybody has ideas they wanna share or thoughts they wanna share, feel free to stop on down and talk to us. Thatcher Pools quote is in, so for replacing the parts we need to do in the baby pool area and replacing the filters, they're just over $32,000. We did have that donation from the Booster Club for $30,000, so it will be just a little bit of overage that we'll have to cover out of our regular budget that wasn't planned. That's all I've got from John.
All right, City Hall, written report, do you have anything to add?
No, I
EDA, Chris.
I'm Chris Lonnie, EDA Director. You might remember me from item 9. Just a couple of quick things here. The Smith Promised Act grant, which is a grant for small businesses for expansion or capital investment, closes on November 17th. That is posted on our website. The application link is on there. There'll be some social media for business, free marketing, a free seminar that Smith is also hosting on December 4th. They are asking you to sign up for that. It is free. They just want to get a head count and everything so they can get that taken care of. That will be hosted online. Ray Scott Consignments is going to be opening a store downtown in Gerald Wolf's building, a consignment shop. So if you see the trees in the window, that's not Gerald getting festive. That's somebody else coming in town to open a new store. So, but no, so we're excited about that. Oscar Winter Foundation is accepting their grants for their second disbursement of the year through November 21st. So again, that's also on the website. If you have any organizations that would benefit from that, please have them reach out to a trustee with a request. Bell ringing for Kiwanis Road Kettle starts next week. I believe Jill Bezichak has already signed up for the first 2 days for that. So as a tradition, so we're excited about that. Sign up sheet for that will also be on the website as it's been in past years. And then lastly, EDA has really been busy now with planning and zoning and council and everything, just trying to address housing and getting, really developing what our value is we have here in town and what are our lots we have worth, taking inventory of that, putting some requirements on it, and really doing some work to promote and tell people about Spring Valley and the opportunities that they have here to build homes. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Library, we've got a written report, Amy Dagner.
I'm not gonna read her whole report, it is long. But I think the main thing on it is they finally got grant come through for the city. And so is that process is done, and that project won't start till next spring, but it is going to start now after we got that back, so. Otherwise, that's all we got at the last meeting, they still haven't gotten it yet, so it was nice to see that she had that in here, so.
Ambulance, Mike, would you like to share anything?
So things are going just as steady as they have been. 64 calls with 67 patient contacts last month. 2 trucks out numerous times at the same time, so staff's been good about backfilling, getting that second truck out. Haven't missed a call that way. CPR classes continue going through the month of November here yet. I think December's a little quiet for that, but everybody's busy with the holidays, obviously, but after the first of the year, research and things start happening, so we'll be putting everyone on that. We're on pace right now with probably better than 600 calls this year, which would be another record year. Otherwise, things are going well. Any questions?
How do you keep up with all those calls?
It's work that we do.
Appreciate it.
It's a calling. So,
Thank you.
yep.
Fire department, Dustin.
Just go over our last calls from the last month. We had a gas leak up to the school. We had 3 car accidents, none real major. We had a field fire and a car on fire. Trainings, we did a big training down at the solar farm, south of town on 44 for the ambulance crew, the sheriff's department, us and Ocean Under Fire. We all came together and did a big mock training down there. And then we did a radio communications training also. So that's it for trainings. The fire department is looking for the council to approve a purchase through our donation account. We were looking at wildland gear. It's a lot thinner gear, helps us fight field fires, control burns that we do 3-4 a year. Any extra, technical extrications, not car extrication yet. It's kind of on the verge of, it works, but it doesn't work. It's all NFPA approved to do it. But we are looking to purchase 23 gear, that's 23 sets of gear. That's how many firemen we have on currently. It comes out to, we're looking for $27,000 out of our donation account for the council to approve us to purchase. We put a gear committee together and it consists of what, 5 of us? Yeah. And we had 3 reps come in, demonstration of all their gear that they have available for what we're looking to do. We went with McQueen, which is probably the, they're all compared the same. I mean, they have a few little options that you can finagle and do different things with, but McQueen we went with as a committee, voted on, and it was pretty much the cheapest one too, just because it's not going to be used for everyday fire use that we structure fires, gas leaks, car. It's not going to be used for that. So we went with the cheapest route, and it came out to about $27,000 between everything. It was about $18,000 just for the pants and the jacket, and then it was about $5,000 just for the boots. They're a less heavy boot, but they're all steel-toed, fully leather, good grip on them. So I mean, we're still going to be safe. We're still going to have the gear that we need to for just certain applications. So with that, Jackson, you want to add it? Jackson was the head of the committee, so if you want to add anything more that I missed on that gear.
Yeah, the main thing is that it's lighter weight, so it's cooler in our hot months. Typically our field fires are hot. one of the leading causes of firefighting deaths is heat related, so, you know, once we get it, if we can, you know, we're gonna probably find more uses for it when we get it found out.
I have a question, so this type of gear, does it have like a time span that it needs to be replaced, just like
It does
say your
have the
turnout
10,
gear?
it does have the 10-year,
10
yes.
year?
Yep. And with that, we're not looking for the city as a budget item to replace that in 10 years. If 10 years from now, this gear works great for us and we're happy with it, we'll kind of look at different avenues closer to 10 years when we want to replace it, if we want to keep using it.
About how many grass fires do you think you guys put out a year?
If I remember right, I looked last year, I think we had 4 or 5 in the year, so. But then that's 4 or 5 that we did as emergencies. Then we also did, I think we did 3 or 4 control burns that we do for, people in our fire coverage area.
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the wildlife gear out of the donation account.
I'll second.
Motion is second, any further discussion? And if I understand correctly, you're wanting to use this money because the community donated it either through the chicken barbecue or the Aggie breakfast?
Correct.
And you're wanting to show them that their money is going to?
Yes, it has been, I want to say it's been at least a couple of years since we've done a big purchase out of our donation account. We'd like to keep showing the community that we are purchasing stuff and using their donated money for a good cause.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Any other questions for me? Yep.
All right, then, please, written report.
Jackson, do you have anything to add
Last
with
time,
regards to the police report?
last time I asked him, he didn't come back for what, 10 months? I wasn't gonna ask, but if you got
I
something.
just have to do it. Just a reminder, is city parking, parking ordinance is in effect, so if you're gonna park on the street, make sure you get a permit. We've started handing out some warnings, so in the near future, those will be stipulations, so make sure you get a permit, register with the city, and that way you won't get ticketed. Parking dogs, try to keep them under control.
All right, we move on to the council updates. Brent?
I hate to bring up it seems like every time I talk, I bring up those recycling bins, but I'd like to thank the sheriff's department who put the cameras in. Those things really work well. And really, just so that people, I've had a lot of questions about the cameras and people worried about putting recycling things. Mainly, those were put in there to stop dumping stuff that doesn't belong there. And I mean, it's amazing the amount of, we haul truckloads of stuff out of there, and now it's gotten down to the point where sometimes we'll see stuff and then you must call them, and then it's gone. So I don't think we've hauled anything out of there. We'd haul 2 truckloads a month of garbage out of there. It wasn't recyclable, so I appreciate that. Those cameras are the best thing we ever put in there. So.
For some reason, people didn't know that they couldn't dump some stuff there.
Yeah.
I think it was because so much was getting dumped there that they just
Yeah.
had other stuff there.
They would see it sitting there, yeah.
It was
And I
on
mean,
the big side, it says no furniture.
it was almost like whatever it said on the sign that you couldn't dump there, they put there. No mattresses, there'd be a mattress there, appliances. So, yeah, no, it's really made a difference, and honestly, just the fact, even if nobody got fined for it, and people just knew that they weren't supposed to, it seems to have helped a lot, so. That's it.
Chris?
Just a reminder, Spring Valley Area Community Foundation has their Give It to the Max open house next week, Tuesday. at Stellar 181. It's from 5 to 8. Come on in, there's refreshments and things to eat. And Bourbon Stiletto is also going to provide music during that time. So come on down, stop in, see us. So that's next week, Tuesday.
You had me at bourbon.
Excuse me?
You had me at the bourbon.
Right. The other thing is that, and John, you touched base on this, I was at that meeting the other night for the Park and Rec Committee. That group is gonna be a good group to work with. They have really great ideas, and I can see those 9 doing great things. So we'll see where it goes from there. So,
I just wanted to touch on what you and Chris both mentioned, that meeting we had with the DDA and Planning and Zoning Council was a really great, very good discussion. And to see all these groups aligned in a common mission to improve Spring Valley, hoping that we can work out some sort of a cadence on getting those groups together more often and discuss more topics, because I thought it was very beneficial for us.
Nothing for me.
Alright, so I guess that's me then. Well, first of all, I know it's not going to be in the paper, but tomorrow's Veterans Day. I personally would like to thank the veterans we have here in town. Your service, your sacrifice, means our freedom. And then also, you know, when you're out and about tomorrow, if you see a known veteran, say thank you. It's very, very easy to do. Video, see my picture, buy me yes. Or hot coffee. The second thing I wanted to mention is Thanksgiving's coming up, end of the month. I hope you all enjoy time with family, friends, relatives. Be thinking about, you know, what you're most thankful for, and enjoy that time. That's all I have. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Motion second, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Meeting's adjourned.
Meeting was shorter than the shutdown. I want to send you the short one. When it's up on YouTube, but I don't know if I can find you on Facebook. Can you find me? And even if you just send me a message that way, just find me and send me a message, and I'll send it to you.
Sure.
So I don't know exactly what part I'm going to clip. It's only going to be about a minute, but everybody was.
I know I had so much though.
No, you did great. Everybody loved it. So you guys are doing the Christmas on Broadway? Tell everybody about Christmas on Broadway.
This is really too much right now.
No, just for people who aren't from town but who are watching and maybe locally, somewhat locally, and they want to come do.
Yeah.
And what day is it and what's going on?
So this is the 20th annual.
20 years of this.
20 years of Christmas on Historic Broadway. And basically it's trying to raise money for one main nonprofit, which we voted on is going to be the VFW Memorial Site, the one located right next to the Midwest Bank.
Okay.
Right on the corner of
That's
the highway.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's a
so
great
that's
cause.
where this year's money is going to go to. But basically, it's just kind of grown where we have so many different like sub-events, and each
Right.
kind of sub-event has like their own purpose. So like we have St. John's doing a bake sale. All their money goes to St. John's. We have.
And where are they are they doing it at
They're
their
doing a
church?
bake sale, and everything. We'll have it on our Facebook page.
Okay.
So it'll be Spring Valley MN Christmas on Historic Broadway is our Facebook page.
Okay.
We'll also have it in the paper, so if anybody looks in the Journal or the Mower County Independent, it'll have like a scheduled list, QR code to scan. but otherwise all the events are listed there. We have a big
Chamber.
and it's sponsored by the Chamber, the Spring Valley Chamber of Commerce, and then also the Brave Community Theater.
Okay.
So it originated where it was just like a play, kind of a
Yeah.
Santa supper, like a soup supper to kind of help raise funds for a nonprofit, and it's just kind of grown to.
In a parade.
Yep, and we have a parade afterwards, a grand parade.
And little tiny fires all up and down the.
Yep, we do s'mores kits, and we have a trail of trees that actually was the first one. Was kind of my thought in 2019. I wanted a little. I'm a runner, you know that, so
Yes.
I wanted to run around a trail with Christmas trees. So it was kind of.
And it's actually grown.
It was
quite a
kind
bit.
of selfish. It was a little selfish.
She's being cheeky. We know each other from the trail. That's the very first time we ever actually met. Is we met on the trail.
So, anyways, now this year we're gonna try to amp it up a little bit more and actually do some lighting in the park.
We adding
like on the
explosives to the
trees.
trail?
Yeah, probably not.
No.
We don't want to have the fire department.
Powder run.
Yeah. So this year we're gonna try to get it a little bit bigger. Kind of go around the actual park with some more decorations. Maybe do some actual like displays, more displays to try to make like maybe like a mini like kind of rotary lights type thing, or you know what I'm saying? Some kind of like bring the community more together.
And there's
we're-
sledding?
And we're gonna run that 2 weekends this time.
The sledding?
Trees, where
Oh, the
usually
trail
it's
of
only
trees.
the one day. So that's gonna be 2, and I have Tiffany Munn from in charge of that this year.
Yep.
So she's gonna, I know she's gonna do a wonderful, wonderful job. Yep. And then yeah, the sled hill, this like he was saying, the 3rd year. If this would be the 3rd year without snow, if there's no snow.
Yes.
So
I think we're gonna
hoping-
get the snow.
We're hoping for snow, and O'Connell Excavating has been doing that for I don't even know,
Wonderful job of doing it,
probably
yes.
probably 10 years, and they've even had it where they brought in snow before because we had no snow, but there was snow available. Where the last 2 years there's been no snow available.
We're gonna have snow this year.
I hope so, because those kids have so much fun. They smooth out the hill, they shoot down the top of the hill all the way to the bottom, and it's just kind of an all-day event.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I get to watch it from my front window.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's
Well,
great.
you can join as long as you have a helmet.
Must have helmet.
I'm not getting on a sled.
But yeah, all kinds of fun things.
I may be healthier, but I'm still frail. So
All kinds of fun things to do. So look on the Christmas on Historic Broadway Facebook
awesome.
page. for all
And
the
you guys
details.
be looking for her short coming out this week from a couple of months ago. This is just how far behind when you're only putting out one short a day. But she had some really awesome thoughts about how we overcome political divides in the country at a time when everybody feels really divided. So hers will be out, I think, Thursday or Friday this week. So
All right, I'll look for it.
and she also is part of the
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
So
And the tourism board.
Yeah, and we
so-
both are on the tourism board now.
Yep.
So you're doing tours then too?
No, I'm not doing that.
No, we're not doing tours.
Well, it was nice chatting with you.
Yeah, we'll don't forget to message me so I can send that to you. So.
Just gonna do that right now before I forget.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I wanted to tell you thank you again for consistently being one of the guys I can point to for being one of the good apples.
You bet.
I mean that.
Thank you.
You know I'm critical at times, but it's always nice to be able to point at somebody you know locally and say, hey, this guy is one of the good apples, and so I appreciate it.
Thank
So.
you.
Oh. Oh, somebody hit a skunk.
I know, I was like, either somebody.
Well, it's downtown Spring Valley, so you never know.
Yeah, somebody's smoking somewhere.
All right, guys. That's one of our squads. They drive mostly trucks and SUVs around here. But yeah, think local and act local. I tell everybody it's really important, and it's for a lot of reasons. One, local government has the most control over you. And a lot of people spend a lot of time focusing on president, U.S. House, U.S. Senate, things like that. And those things are important. But the most important place for you to get involved, and most important, really the place that has the most control over you, starts locally. City council, county commission, and I'm still working on trying to get to school board meetings. It's just, life is busy, and I'm one man, and you can only spread peanut butter so thin before it's ineffective, and I just don't want to be ineffective. But city council and school board have the power of taxation to a level that most people do not understand. And the school board is probably, your local school board's probably got the most power of taxation. And yet very few people pay any attention to that. So even if you're just looking at it from a fiscal or financial perspective, you should really get involved just for that. Now, if you want to be involved with your school board and you're not the kind of person who wants to run for office, showing up at school board meetings and paying attention to what the school district is trying to get approved and what they want to teach, even more important than you could possibly imagine. So one of the goals of my channel has always been think local and act local, to encourage people to be involved, even if it's boring. You will catch a lot of things. You will hear a lot of things. You'll learn a lot of things. And sooner or later, your city councils, your county commissions, your school boards, they'll get used to having you around. And people will learn, especially if you start to stream the meetings, you take that step and you stream those meetings, people will appreciate it. I hear constantly from people, thank you for doing that. I can't make the meetings. And that's why I monetize these videos, is so at least I can recoup a little bit of the cost of what it takes to do them. So till next time, my friends, think local, act local. We'll see you later.